If you're looking for a new GPU in 2023, it's actually hard to find GPUs that are good value. That's why on this video I will show you different GPUs for different budgets that are actually great value for gaming. Now, all of these are going to be from AMD because Nvidia doesn't have good value GPUs for gaming. However, if you want Nvidia, you will have alternatives to all of these graphics cards along with these ones in the video description, so make sure to check them if you also want to see the price because these are changing every single day. Another thing to mention is that all of these GPUs are going to be for 1080p or 1440p because 4K GPUs are actually not a good value considering the prices on the recent market for graphics cards like the RTX 4070 Ti, 4080, RX 7900 XTX. So if you have a 4K monitor and you want the best GPU, you will have those alternatives in the video description, but I didn't put them in this video because in my opinion they are not good in terms of price to performance. That being said, let's start. With the first one, we have the RX 6600. This is a really nice 1080p gaming GPU that is going to give you decent performance at the resolution. Basically, you will be able to run every single game 1080p, high settings, 60 plus FPS on average. Of course, it's going to depend on the title and the settings, so before buying this, I do recommend you searching the benchmarks for the RX 6600 and the CPU that your PC has or that you're going to buy for you to see how your PC is going to perform. Now, a CPU that I do recommend you buying for this GPU is the Ryzen 5 5500 or the Intel i3 12100F. With the next one for around $259 after a rebate card and a $15 off with a promo code, we have the MSI RX 6650 XT. If you want to play at 1080p high FPS or you want to start playing at 1440p but you don't want to spend a ton of money, this is the right GPU to go. If you get it at $250, you're only spending $20 extra from the RX 6600 and you're getting around a 20% increase when it comes to performance. So if you're able to get it at that price point, definitely don't go with the last one, go with this one, spend the extra money. Trust me, you're not going to regret the extra performance. I still recommend you pairing this GPU with either the Ryzen 5 5500 or the Ryzen 5 5600. Now the Ryzen 5 5600 is going to give you better performance, but the price right now is actually not great for that CPU, so you can easily go with the 5500 if the other CPUs are too expensive for you. Now, if you're more into 1440p gaming and you want higher FPS at the resolution, and of course you are willing to pay an extra, I do recommend you going with the RX 6700 XT. This one is going to give you a performance that is really similar to the RTX 3060 Ti, but it's actually a bit less expensive. Now, this is the only time that I do recommend you considering the RTX 3060 Ti because it's only around 30 extra bucks or so and you're getting other features like ray tracing, DLSS technology which is a bit better than FSR, and you are also getting a better media encoder. So if you're a content creator, no doubt go with Nvidia, but if you're a gamer, I would either stick with AMD or this is the only time I would consider going with Nvidia and the RTX 3060 Ti. Once again, I do recommend you pairing this GPU with either the i5 12400F or the Ryzen 5 5600/5600X. Now, with the best value GPU, by the time that I'm recording this video, is the RX 6800. There are some times that the 6800 XT it's around the same price, so if you find the 6800 XT for $500, definitely go with that one because it's going to give you much better performance for the same price. But by the time that I'm recording this video, the 6800 XT is much more expensive. Don't even consider that GPU if you have the 6800 for $500. This GPU will give you high FPS at 1440p and it's even capable of 4K gaming. Now, it's not the flashiest and the best 4K GPU out there, so if you want high FPS at 4K every single game, then you have to consider the higher end GPUs like the RTX 4070 Ti, RTX 4080, RX 7900 XTX and the RTX 4090 depending on your budget. But if you want high FPS 1440p and maybe you're going to play at 4K but you don't need the highest FPS, the RX 6800 is actually the best choice for you in my opinion in terms of value. Think about it this way, the RTX 3070 it's around this price or even more expensive at around $550 and you're getting a 10% decrease in terms of gaming performance. So unless you really need the Nvidia features, there's no reason to go with Nvidia over AMD at this price point. And I recommend you pairing this GPU with once again the Ryzen 5 5600 or the i5 12400F if you're looking for the best value gaming CPU GPU combo. Now if you want something that's more future proof and you're searching for 8 cores instead, you can go with the Ryzen 7 5700X or the i5 12600K instead of the other CPUs. If you're just a gamer, that is not going to make a ton of difference unless your favorite game is CPU bounded, but it is probably going to make a difference in the future with newer games coming, and it definitely going to make a difference when it comes to streaming and video editing. Once again, if you want to save the max amount of money and you want the best performance, I believe the 6800 and the Ryzen 5 5600 are going to make a lot of sense. And if you're searching for a whole computer and you don't know which one to buy, you're not sure which components to get, or maybe you want a Prebuilt PC, you have my website where the only thing that you have to do is go to either recommended Prebuilt PCs or recommended PC builds, choose your favorite game, choose your budget, and you will have a PC build for you with the estimated FPS on these games. Now for the Prebuilt systems, you don't have the estimated FPS, but you still have gaming PCs for 1080p, 1440p and 4K depending on your budget. And if that's not enough, let me know in the comment section what's your question and I will try to reply as fast as possible by helping you out. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.